So I just wanted to do a very quick update video. I've got some news that I want to talk about, some gaming news, but I also kind of want to talk about the channel very quickly because, yeah, these last couple of weeks have been crazy for the channel, and I'm trying not to brag too much. I don't want to be that guy, but yeah, the channel has been doing really well. You guys seem to have been really enjoying my Little Nightmares 2 theory videos, which is great because I just made them for fun. I made the first one for fun, and you guys liked it so much that I made more, and yeah, so it's really nice to see that I'm making fun videos that you guys are also enjoying. So thank you so much to everybody who has been liking them and watching them, and all the comments are great, and thank you to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate that, obviously. But for those who don't know, and we will get onto the news, I've got news about Tarsier Studios as well, so if you are a Little Nightmares fan, you probably want to stick around for this video because it might concern you. But I also want to do a quick channel update too. So for those of you who don't know, when I originally started this channel, this was a Dead by Daylight channel. Now this is my second YouTube channel. I had another one previously, which was a variety gaming channel, which just didn't really go anywhere. But I made this channel and I said I'm going to stick to one game for a bit, and I'm going to play that game, and I'm going to try and be like the expert on that game. And the game that I chose was Dead by Daylight because at the time it was the game that I played every day. It was my favorite game and I really enjoyed it. Now over time, over about a 6-month time period, I just stopped enjoying the game as much as I used to, and I really started to dislike the studio behind it as well. Now I'm not going to get into any of the details in this video because I've made plenty of Dead by Daylight videos of me just complaining about the game and all that kind of stuff already. You can see them on the channel if you want to, but I just really don't like the studio anymore, and I don't like the game, and the game just feels like a continual early access project. They will get it relatively stable and then they'll break it again with another patch, and I don't like playing a game that feels like early access when it's been out for almost 5 years. I just don't. So I guess it's probably not going to come as too much a surprise of any of you, but I'm not really making Dead by Daylight content anymore. It's not that, and from now on, this channel is now a horror channel, not a Dead by Daylight channel. And notice I said horror channel and not Little Nightmares channel. That is because I will be doing other games too. Obviously Resident Evil Village is coming out. I want to make content on that. I want to make content on all different types of horror games, including Little Nightmares, but not just Little Nightmares. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed recently. There will be more Little Nightmares 2 theory videos coming. Do not worry about that. And some Little Nightmares 1 theories as well. But that's not going to be the only content on this channel. So just please bear that in mind. And anybody who did follow this channel exclusively for Dead by Daylight, it looks like there's probably not going to be any Dead by Daylight content. So I just wanted to be open and upfront about that because I didn't want anybody to be sat there thinking, when's he going to upload more DBD? I'm waiting for more DBD. I don't want you guys to be disappointed. I'd rather that you go and find another DBD content creator, just because I'm going to be honest, making DBD content just wasn't making me happy anymore. You know, I wasn't happy making it. You know, I was waking up every day just being miserable about the content that I have to make, and that's behavior's fault mostly, but also I think it's just time to move on. So now we've got that out of the way, we have some news about Tarsier Studios. So Tarsier Studios are the people that made Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2. They didn't make very Little Nightmares, but they are the people, they are the creative geniuses behind Little Nightmares. And they have, there's been a little bit of confusion in the community about Tarsier stepping away from Little Nightmares. So I'm just going to very quickly clear that up, and then we've got some more news today as well. So Tarsier have stepped away from Little Nightmares. They want to work on new IPs. And the reason for this is that they were taken over in 2019 by a new owner. So somebody bought them out essentially. And the new owners want them to focus on new IPs, which is cool because new IPs could be great. I mean, looking at Tarsier's track record, I'm quite excited for new IPs, and we got news on that. But at the same time, a lot of people are kind of disappointed and sad that they're not working on Little Nightmares anymore. And this is true, you know, I'm also pretty gutted about it. It's a shame. I was really hoping we would get a Little Nightmares 3. I was really hoping we would get something after the Maw. Like, I was hoping we'd see what happened to 6 after the Maw. You know, I was hoping we'd see 6 with her full powers and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that we won't get another Little Nightmares game. This is what I want to clear up. There seems to be some confusion. So Tarsier are the developers. They created the games, but Bandai Namco are the publishers, and they own the IP. Now, because they own the IP, that means that they could give that property to another studio if they wanted to. And if you look at Very Little Nightmares, that was developed by a different studio that wasn't Tarsier. So what this means is that Bandai Namco, if they wanted to, could give Little Nightmares 3 or some DLC or whatever to another studio. Now, I will be very honest with this. When we have a new studio take over another game, sometimes that goes wrong. And if you look at Halo as an example, I used to be a huge Halo fan, and when 343 Industries took over from Bungie, the game kind of went downhill because 343 didn't really understand Halo, I don't think, or maybe Microsoft just pressured them more. I don't know, but it just kind of killed the franchise off. But that doesn't mean that that has to happen with Little Nightmares. Now, I will admit, I do think Tarsier are creative geniuses, and I think it would be very difficult for another studio to continue that, but you never know. Tarsier could give their sort of overarching plan, and I do think they had an overarching plan for the series, which we'll explore in another video, but I do think they had a plan, and they could give that to another studio, and that studio could do a really good job. And I don't know, I would rather see a Little Nightmares 3 and hope that it's, nearly as good than have nothing at all. So it's a shame, and also the very Little Nightmares mobile game was also not developed by Tarsier, but still had the same sort of essence and tone, and was a really great game in its own right. Wasn't developed by Tarsier, so it's possible. And it seems that Bandai Namco, especially after the reception of Little Nightmares 2, and I hope that it made a bunch of money for them, but after the reception of that, they do seem that their words were energized, which is a positive thing. And so I hope that they do go, do you know what, let's find another studio that's worthy of working on a Little Nightmares 3. So there's hope. Okay, there's hope. Let's just hold out hope. It won't be for a long time, but you never know. We could still get a Little Nightmares 3. So on the Tarsier side of things, though, like I said, they are stepping into a new IP. And like a lot of studios, when they develop a new IP, they hire new talent. And that's what's going on right now. So if you head over to the Tarsier website, they have a number of roles that they are applying for. So if you are somebody who works in the video game industry, or if you know somebody who does, it might be worth having a little look at. So they have a gameplay programmer, they have art director, they have game producer, technical animator, character artist, lead game designer, associate producer, and then they have an open application, which the open application basically means if you think you've got something amazing to bring to the table for them as a studio and their new project, apply for it and see what they think about it. And if they think it's great, they might hire you, which is really cool because you never know. I really like how they're being open about that and saying, maybe you've got something we didn't think about. Honestly, Tarsier Studios sound like a great studio. Based on their work, they sound like fantastic developers. I hope that they are really great to work for as well. But it's very encouraging to see a studio that puts so much attention to detail in their games. I think a lot of us can agree that the video game industry in the last few years, there's been a lot of half-arsed games and a lot of unfinished games and a lot of games that just don't seem to have the love in there. And I don't really want to blame all that on the studios. I know a lot of that is to do with publishers and corporate greed and greedy CEOs and things like that. And a lot of developers actually still want to make great games. But it is great to see a studio like Tarsier, which is like a mid-level studio. It's really good to see them just seeming to be a studio that cares about their products and cares about their games. And I really hope that that continues on in the future. And I'm very, very excited to see what Tarsier bring to the table with their next project and next IP. I hope it's creepy too. I hope it's another sort of horror, creepy kind of game because they're my favorite. So yeah, we'll see. So that's that. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 has been, this is old news now, everyone's talked about it already, but it's been pulled away from the developers that have been developing on it. There's been a load of controversies, there's been a load of problems with the development history, and it's been taken to a new studio, which is worrying. But it doesn't necessarily have to be the end of the world. We don't know how far they are in development, so hopefully they can pull that one back because I really enjoyed the first one. I got gifted the first one last year, I think it was, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope that the game does eventually come out. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to do a quick update on the channel and the future. I want to make some content on Resident Evil Village when that's coming out. I want to make other horror game content, and I really hope that some of you that have joined from Little Nightmares will continue to watch that. You don't have to. If you only like the Little Nightmares content, that's fine too. But I hope that some of you will join for my other types of content that will be coming in the future. I'm really excited with the channel at the moment and how the channel is progressing. And yeah, I'm going to be taking the day off of theory videos today to go and play some Warhammer with a family member. So I thought that I would do a quick update for you guys in the meantime. But yeah, thank you so much. By the time this video goes up, we will have hit 20,000 subscribers, which is honestly, it's crazy. It wasn't that long ago that I was struggling to hit 1,000. I wouldn't say I was struggling, but it was, difficult to hit 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, we've just hit 20,000. So whew, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say apart from thank you. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. And it's making me excited for the future. So yeah, you guys are really helping. This has been a crazy week, and I hope that we have some more fun on the channel together. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, just keep doing what you're doing. Watch my videos, like them, share them, comment on them, do all that kind of stuff. It really helps out. I'm considering bringing my Patreon back. I used to have a Patreon. I'm considering bringing that back, but I don't want to bring it back until I have, you know, something of value for you guys to offer you. So there's that. Oh, just another thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video. Something people keep asking me in the comments is what music do you use in this video, or what music do you use at this minute? And just as a blanket sort of statement, all of my music comes from Epidemic Sound. Now, this isn't sponsored. I'm not affiliated or sponsored with them. I just use them. But yeah, Epidemic Sound, they are a subscription base. You pay, I think I pay about £10 a month or something like that. And I get access to the entire content library, loads and loads of music, and a lot of it. In fact, pretty much all of it is really, really good quality. And yeah, there's loads of it. It's great. You guys seem to love it. It is a subscription model, but I've never ever had a copyright strike on any of my videos across both of my channels with Epidemic Sound. So if you are a content creator, if you're making your own videos and you think that music is great, I want to use it too, just beware, you do need to have the subscription or you will get a copyright strike. But I highly, highly recommend it. You can get a free trial if you want to try it out. And if you do use their subscription, if you cancel their subscription, any videos that you made before you cancel are fine. So just if you like the music and you want to use it for your own videos, just remember that you have to pay for it, but it is well worth it in my opinion. Again, not sponsored, just a huge fan of Epidemic Sound in general. There you go. That's my quick update video. I know it's a bit different to the videos I've been making, and as I said, there's going to be new content on the channel coming as well. There's going to be different horror games as well as the Little Nightmares series. So yeah, a bit of a mix. I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.